3 weeks, okay, from the initial concept. And we're out in the field testing in people's houses within about 3 weeks, again, of saying, let's go ahead. So very rapid, and we were able to get a lot of good feedback. Also, building on what David said, with the fact that we noticed that the kids were picking up on icons and images, we decided to build on that, and this is a new concept we're testing, which takes, we moved over to the black UI, and what I'm going to show you today, right now, isn't set-top based, it's actually running on a PC. This is an all-in-one PC. So what we've done is taken the black UI assets, and in a PC environment in HTML, simulated a set-top box environment. And this, what we're finding is this lets us iterate and make changes very rapidly. So the idea here is building on what we just showed you. Here I've got the regular parents remote, and I hit list, and I get a standard black UI. I could hit the guide
They
button.
turn it around so people not the TV, the monitor. Oh, it's the same one?
Yeah, this one's just here. So this is all your normal experience when you're holding the standard remote. If you take the kids remote and you hit list, you get this. So now what we've done is that same concept of only age-appropriate materials being presented in the playlist, but now we've moved to posters. And the other thing we're experimenting with is putting posters representing the linear content that's currently on.
Yeah, so you can see it's a vast subset of all of our content, but it's just what the parent wants the kids to watch, and probably instantly thinking what we all think, which is maybe grandma.
And do kids care about live or recorded shows, or these are the kind of things we go out, test quickly, see the results,
Right.
and we see 80% to go one way or the other? We know we have an answer. That's a way to put that on a checklist and keep on drilling down into more detail.
Kids don't understand live.
That's definitely true up to a certain point. Every kid.
There's this crossover age at which point they do, and in sports they know, at some point they understand. But they also know the program's about to end and they want to watch a whole show, or they're happy just to see their favorite character for 2 minutes even if the show's almost over. Those are the kind of questions.
Frank, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've
That's
done
what
a lot of testing with kids, like in up to about 8 or 9. They, we ask them, do you know the difference between live and what's recorded? And I mean, some of the kids really struggle to answer that question. Like, oh, well, like live would be like the sweet life. We're like, yeah, you're right. Live is the sweet life. What would be recorded? We're not live. SpongeBob. It's because it's a cartoon versus actors. That's what they were, and I was like, wow, okay. So you don't even care. You're just trying to answer my question. You're not really noticing that it's live or not.
It's really on now versus live.
That's right. But they don't. But they still don't.
But they
really
do,
work out.
even at very early age, 4 or 5, they will record. They know the difference between recording and not.
So this is something we're testing with right now, and again, we're taking it into people's houses and getting feedback on it.
And the other thing that's key is kind of how we set this up, how the parent sets it up, because from the interviews, parental controls, almost everybody who we talked to knew that they were on the box. None of them really knew how to set them up, and when we showed them in some of our ride-alongs, they were just bewildered. So we knew that this is also going to be a piece that we need to work on pretty tightly with this, to have a simpler way to set up parental controls that makes sense and kind of guides them through the process. So this is one concept we've been taking back to the field and testing, where DirecTV would basically choose age-appropriate settings as a default based on a very simple type of, what's the age of your kid? So, they would get some insight about, okay, 10 and under, that means PG, and TV, Y7. And then allow them, with this kids remote concept, to, also, we would pick some channels by default, but then they could go in and customize that and say, Scott doesn't really watch Baby Force. He's outgrown that one, but he likes Sprout, and I don't like him watching